And welcome back to the baseline. Where today, guys, we got a couple of moves that happened within the last week or so. So I thought, hey, I'm on my way home from work. Let's hit record and let's give my thoughts on these last couple moves. So the first couple of moves that have happened were Shane Baz went from Tampa to the Baltimore Orioles. Now, Baltimore has been busy this offseason, which I guess you love to see if you're a baseball fan after having a terrible 2025. Shane Baz, a decent, good number 2 or number 3, depending on who else they get. Also saves them money, so they could go out and maybe get another starter. I think that's what they need. They need at least one more starter. Maybe they go after Valdez or Suarez. Both of these guys will be a great ace and a great asset to Baltimore, as they do need at least one more pitcher. See how the young guys go. I know they got young guys in the lineup as well. I think that's just how Baltimore is. Kind of reminds me of the 2016 Cubs. A lot of young guys, but they've been adding veteran leadership recently. Maybe they also do something at the trade deadline. I know that's a couple months away, but they're just adding on after. Like I said, being a bad 2025 where everyone, even myself, I thought would be at least a second place or, a third place team, and I think they finished 4th, so not really exactly where they expected. Gunnar Henderson missed a couple months with injuries. Now you have him healthy, and even the acquisition of Pete Alonso to have behind him and protect him. This is your main guy. This is your franchise guy. I think you have to re-sign Gunnar Henderson sooner than later. Kind of reminds me of where Pittsburgh's at right now, which is you want to keep Paul Skeens happy. You want to keep Gunnar Henderson happy as well. And doing this, trying to win now, even if it doesn't work out this year, like let's say you get to the playoffs but you don't go to the World Series, well then you could add next offseason. You could add the season after that. Seeing where this takes you and go from there. Like I said, I like Baz. I think he's a great, good pitcher. He has his ups and downs, but he is decent to have. Trying to see if I could get his stats here. But like I said, he's not that bad of a pitcher, not that, did great in Tampa, even out of Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell. Okay, he didn't really have a great 2025. He went 10-12 with a 4.87 ERA. But I think maybe a change of scenery, going to a team that wants to win might bring him back and have him being good. Not saying that Tampa doesn't want to win, but just how they do things compared to different ball clubs, it's just really weird. I feel like they trade everybody, and that I don't know. They have a weird way of doing things. The big move that happened this past week was there was a 3-team trade. Speaking of those Tampa Bay Rays, it was Tampa, Pittsburgh, and the Astros, where the Astros receive Mike Burrows. The Rays receive Anderson Berto and Jacob Melton. And Pittsburgh gets Mason Montgomery, Jake Mangum, and Brendan Lau. So, yeah, the Pittsburgh got their hitter. Brendan Lau, I think, is a great second baseman. Plays hard. He is great defensively. Has up and down seasons, but once again, just a really, really good ball player. And this is what I mean by Tampa. They get rid of their star players. Brendan Lau was there for years, and now once again they're getting rid of him because, well, just because that's what they do. But Pittsburgh needed a hitter. We've heard the rumors that they were on Kyle Schwarber. I think they offered Josh Naylor $2 million less than what he signed with the Seattle Mariners. So it looks like Pittsburgh's going for it, which, again, you like to see, because these guys are not these teams are not really in on the big market guy. And to make this trade, you get a good, decent hitter. You got to make sure your players do stay healthy. So we'll see if this is a fresh start. You got 4 more years of Paul Skeens. There's been talks, or they got to trade him. They say no. So maybe this trade is a fresh start to tell Skeens, hey, listen, we could go and we could try to make you win. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, a huge star. Like, you don't have to go after Kyle Tucker. I don't think they're going to go that big. Because there's been teams where you make little moves and you could go into the postseason. Anything can happen in baseball. Literally anything can happen. For example, look at the Blue Jays of this year. Yes, you did have big names in Vlad Jr. and Bo Bichette. Even the pitching, Gausman, Scherzer. But the biggest acquisition for them at the trade deadline was Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber was the biggest acquisition, and they got all the way to the World Series. So anything can happen, and like I said, I like this move. I think it's good, and I hope it's more to come for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Chicago White Sox. Yeah, they did something. How about that, huh? They got the Japanese player. Hold on, I can't pronounce his name. Morikazami, the first baseman slash third baseman. Very surprised by that. How that went, especially how these last couple of years the White Sox weren't good at all. They've been terrible. The most losses in a single season by a team in baseball history. But according to Morizaki, he says that that's in the past and he feels for them and he's going to try his best. I mean, you could say that all you want. I get it. My opinion on it is that his deadline was today. Was supposed to be today around like 4 o'clock or so. If he doesn't sign, he obviously goes back to Japan. He doesn't. I think he waits until next year. I just think this is probably signed there because he didn't have any other place to go. I mean, you look at the big market teams, and you have like the Red Sox or the Mets and the Yankees. All these guys are waiting on Bregman and Bichette. They're not worried about this guy. He was more of a plan B and C. He wasn't plan A. Also, that there's rumors that his velocity against the fastball, like his swing timing, not really good. I mean, he did hit 56 home runs 3 years ago, I believe. Scouting report, he is a 20 to 30 home run guy. I mean, yes, it's a 2-year deal. I think teams will watch him to see how he will do here in the United States. It's just going to be a little bit hard. Just to see what he does. Like I said, I think he only picked this team to be like, there was no other suitors. I want to play in the U.S. So here I am. Just my opinion. And the last move is the Red Sox. Seems like all their off-season moves have been come by trades, which they have acquired Willson, Contreras. Not bad move. Not terrible. I mean, he still has batted around 200. His home runs are up and down. I mean, he was never really awesome with the home runs. I think his highest was 24 in 2019. And now he's batting around 260. Last year he batted 250, almost 260. So my question with this is what now happens with Casas? Because that was your first baseman. Now it looks like Contrerus is be your first baseman. Because the DH is the Japanese guy. I'm blinking on his name. Oh God, I can't think of his name. Give me 1 second. What the heck was his name? Yoshida. That's your DH. So either they keep Casas, put Contreras as the DH, move Yoshida, or you're getting rid of Casas. I don't know what the game plan is here. I know they're still in on Bregman. I mean, it makes sense because they've only added pieces by being traded, and can't really figure out the game plan here. I mean, if you get Bregman, that would be good. He was a great fit there, and you could get your team back into the postseason. It's just I don't know what the game plan is right now after the Contreras signing or trade. Yeah, I don't know where Boston's going with this. One more move, kind of big, kind of small. I think I saw it coming once the news report came out, but Jeff McNeil gets traded to Oakland. The A's, I think I saw that coming once we heard that Lindor and then McNeil didn't really get along. I think at this point they just wanted to get rid of him. Weird offseason for the Mets. You now have subtracted, then you've added. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you look at that lineup, it's awful. There's no protection for Soto. Honestly, at this point, he might set a record for most walks. Because behind him is Mark Vientos, and Vientos isn't really not that good. I mean, I know there's I know there's rumors that they might try to trade Vientos. I mean, I don't know what the... I don't know what the Mets are thinking. It's been a weird offseason. I mean, I know we got plenty of time still, but it's just been a weird offseason for the New York Mets. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you guys think about these moves. And hit that like button, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all in the next one.